Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another video. In this video we're going to be talking about quick casting, smart casting, why I think it's such a important part of the game, why I think I'm so hyped for it coming into the game. It's literally the one feature that I've been praying for such a long time. So first of all, before anything else, I'm going to go through quick casting. So you've got normal spell cast, which is what it is now, just to show you. My fingers pressed, my fingers off. And you can sort of select, and it's a click thing, similar to how it is how it is on live currently. You then have quick cast on button release. Now, what this means is I've got my finger pressed down, and I've then lifted my finger up. So to show you, I can do that, which means you can still do it fairly quick, but you can also still see the dash as well, so I can press and hold the button and sort of target a lot more accurately to go where I want to. So again, royal boots, just to show you, I can sort of select it wherever and then lift my finger up and it will put me there. And then finally we have the quick cast on button press, and this is what I've been looking forward to. So as you see, no circle. I'm going to do it again in a second. It just rolls, so there's no sort of thing. So as you can see the difference in time and the difference in sort of fluidity happening here with my dash and royal shoes. As you can see, I can run, and it's very, very quick. It's very, very smooth. It is so smooth. And people have been asking me what I think about it. Is it going to make that much of a difference? And the realistic answer is yes. It's going to make a huge difference. So just to throw this out there, right? Looking at curse. So if I go to tier 8 curse, 1 curse sickle, armor piercer. I think that's about it really. That's not going to be on quick cast. Frost. You've got Frost Bomb, Freezing Wind, Glacial maybe, Hail maybe. Like, you've got just 2 ability, 2 weapons. Let's go to Fire, shall we? I mean, Fire's got what? Fire Wave, Fireball, Great Fire, Wildfire, Brimstone, all on quick cast. It's going to speed it up. Now, what you have to think of when you do this is that each one of these abilities might save you 0.5, 0.2 of a second. All of them 0.2 of a seconds add up in a fight and realistically save you 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds. And that's extra time where you can be doing different skills, different abilities, and reacting quicker to situations. So I've been playing around with Bloodletter in the arena, and I have to say, just the fluidity of lunging stabs and executes now is so much better than on live. I did some Hellgates after the arena testing tonight and on the live server, and trying to hit people with executes was really hard. Like, you weren't able to do it. You were able to do it, of course, but not as fluid and as smart, just because realistically you're gonna struggle. So my recommendations to everyone is no one right now should be playing on normal spellcast. Once this patch hits, everyone should be going to at least quick cast on button release. Now, I find personally this one's really hard to get used to. However, it's a good one because if you still press it down, you can still aim. If aiming's the issue you have with it, you can still aim. So you can see I've just aimed there. And realistically, it's a good one to get started with. And as you get a bit quicker, you can start doing that, where it was still, you're going to see the circle, but there's no clicking, which makes it still a lot more fluid. You can then move over into the button press, as you can kind of escalate through, which obviously means you don't get the circle, you don't get that little reticle of, oh god, I actually didn't mean to press that one, of aiming. You don't get that reticle. However, you can still sort of, you obviously is the faster one again. So a lot of abilities, a lot of weapons are going to change with this. So just as a couple of examples, I'm actually going to go through a lot of them right now. Broadsword, no. Dual swords, yes. Carving sword, yes. Axes, infernal scythe, carrying caller, Mace. Tanks are going to be so different with this. So just to sort of give you a hint with tanks, Incubus Mace, that's one. Heavy Mace. Now, Heavy Mace is the big one, really, for me. That jump, so snare charge, there's going to be no targeter. Now, some people aren't going to like that, and I understand why. However, some people, once you get used to it and you can start hitting them without the reticle, you can speed that up. It's going to be so much more fluid that actually it's going to make it easier to hit people. And I think that's really going to make a big difference. Morningstar, not really sure if that's actually an activatable ability. Hammer, you've got obviously great hammer there, tackle. So I saw someone running around in arenas yesterday running slow in charge tackle, and what they were doing is doing both of these in the same time they'd normally get one off. And what they were doing, they was covering map distance in just such a long length of time, in such a short length of time, such a long distance, that you have to have quicker reactions to react. Shoes like assassin shoes, royal boots, are huge now. They are such a big thing, because realistically, if there's something coming to me, instant reaction. And through that whole animation, I was obviously immune. But realistically, if something was here coming towards me, I can react to it immediately. So, just my opinion, I think smart casting is going to be a huge thing to this game. I recommend everybody to start on, if you've never used smart casting, quick casting before, start on button release, work up to button press. Button press is probably the harder one because you don't have the reticle, so you can't really aim. For some people, myself included, the button release never really sat properly with me. I never really liked it. However, if you get it right, that button press, once you get there and you start being able to use it, tanks are going to have a lot better time. Like a huge one, actually, that I was thinking of the other day is crossbow with exploding bolt. Just having that without needing to click is going to be so good. Like noise eraser, even that's going to be a huge thing. Just all of these different things that are skill shot orientated now is going to actually potentially, and this could, it sounds crazy, but you can actually start seeing meta changes with this potentially, with weapons that were actually really hard to hit that are all of a sudden are going to be a lot easier to hit and a lot smoother. So Bloodletter is a perfect example. The lunging stabs is quite clunky, the weapon as a whole feels quite clunky. You then take smart casting into this and all of a sudden it's so smooth. So I can actually go and craft one now and I'll show you just how strong that is right now. Let's craft myself. Just obviously for those guys, there is crafters now available on the test server for people, obviously when you're testing arenas. So definitely make use of these. As long as you can craft it on the live server, you don't need materials, you can just craft it. As you can see, all my gear 4-3. But yeah, so look at that mobility. I've just cleared all of that in the same time. Normally, it would take me to get off one lunging stabs, maybe moving into the second skill, because it's just so mobile. And realistically, it just makes this weapon so much different and so much smoother that actually it could start coming into meta. Maybe we'll start seeing people use it. But yeah, so I'm not going to take up too much of your time. My recommendations, like I say, build up, make sure everybody should be using smart casting. It's so much better for everybody. But yeah, so thank you for watching, guys, and catch you in a bit. Goodbye.